Hey guys, Mrhappy here, and today we're going to go over the All Saints Wake. I know it's not my usual guide, but I really do like these costumes, and they don't take long at all to get, so I figured, hey, let me do a quick guide for everybody, so at least they're aware of it, if they're not already, by all the pumpkins and everything. So, with that out of the way, let's get started. This is the costume you're going to get in the end. So, I couldn't figure out where to do this other than Ul'dah, so I just went to Ul'dah, so this guide is assuming you started in Ul'dah. So, as you can see, there's a bunch of ghostly people here, and a quest from the Shifty Thespian, I don't know. I'm just reading it as it is. So it lets you know that the quest will be the same no matter where you start. So start it wherever you want. So I'm starting it here in Ul'dah. So I accept the quest, and he's going to simply just, go through a little bit of text that I decided to click through slowly for some reason. And, I'm going to take the time sometime during this video to give my thoughts on All Saints Wake, as well as the Moonlight Fair, and some things that Square Enix could do a little bit later with their big events like this. So after you talk to him, you're going to quickly go over here and you're going to accept this quest, and you're going to complete it immediately. And you're going to get a costume known as the Wailing Spirit. Now, for some people, it might be okay to stop here, but for me, it wasn't. I put on my costume, I skipped through me trying to find it in my inventory, and there it is. So I'm a sad ghost. I'm a very sad ghost. And it's funny, those hands that stick out, those aren't your actual hands. Your hands are your actual sides. It just looks weird. So I can't accept the next quest because time is taking too long. You have to accept it between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. Eorzean time. Now, if you don't know how to check Eorzean time, there's a clock up here in the top right corner. I have mine set to Eorzean time. By left-clicking it, you can shift between local time, server time, as you're going to see right now, and Eorzean time. So just make sure that it says ET, Eorzean time, and then come back when it's about to be 6 p.m. As you can see, right at 6 p.m., the quest popped up, and I'm good to go. So you're going to accept this quest, and this quest is going to force you to go around and scare a few people to get some candy. So first, he wants to make sure you're in your costume for some reason. I don't know why that couldn't have just been a prerequisite for accepting the quest. But once you're in your costume, he's going to accept you, and he's going to tell you to go scare a few people. Now, this first guy, I think, was the funniest guy to scare. You just run right over here, and you have this guy. He's just hiding in a corner, and now you got to spook him. As you can see, we're adjective. We're spooking him. We're sort of touching him inappropriately. I don't know. So you scare him, and then whatever, he yells at you, says, hey, why are you doing that? And then he throws his candy all over the ground. So now I feel kind of bad. He didn't want to give us his candy, so he threw it all over the ground. So you got to pick up these 4 All Saints cookies, which takes way longer than it should to pick up a cookie. Let's be honest here. That interaction should not be that long. You should bend over, pick up the cookie, and it should be done. It shouldn't be a whole ordeal. It's not like the cookie is like a penny stuck to the ground, where you're like, if you don't have any nails, you just cut your nails, you can't pick up the penny because it's too stuck to the ground. It's not like the cookies aren't like that. So you pick up the 4 cookies, you bring them back over here, you give them to him, and he'll thank you. He's actually kind of surprised. Apparently everybody's just been scaring him so much, he's actually surprised that somebody would pick up his cookies and give them to him, although they were moldy, so I don't know that he actually even wants them back. So he gives you a piece of candy. This should be earth candy. So after that, the game is going to tell you to go to Limsa Lominsa. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to speed up this whole process right here, but I still want to show you what direction to go. As soon as you arrive at the Aetherite Plaza, literally just run straight, and you should come to this guy, the Mucose Mummer. Now, this honestly was kind of weird. So I was like, okay, there's 3 choices here. Let's go. It's never the first one. So let's go with the second one. So apparently, this is a real jelly. Because you tell him that, wow, that's a great costume you have. Yes, it is a costume. And then you say, what, a talking pudding? And he goes, yes, you got a problem with that? And then you tell him you're going to go to the Culinarian Guild, and he's not happy with that. Apparently, people try and make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches out of this guy, so he wants nothing to do with the Culinarian Guild. You just say the first choice he gives you, and he'll give you the next piece of candy, which should be the fire candy. This should probably be the wind candy. He'll just go over to this spirited thespian, and he'll let you know that this guy right next to him, the somber strongman, actually he's actually afraid of clapping. So yeah, he's afraid of clapping. So first, do a slash clap in his face. Apparently he doesn't like that, so you just type it out real quick. You can't see me typing it out, but it tells you right in the quest dialogue to do it. So you clap at him, there you go, quick clap. He gets really angry. This ogre doesn't like clapping at all. So apparently slash congratulate makes you clap even more obnoxiously in his face. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to type slash congratulate. And look at this. Look at how much more obnoxious this clapping is. It's like, oh, you don't like it? You don't like it? That's too bad. That's too bad. I'm going to clap in your face even more. So that's done. Now he's on fire, by the way. In case you didn't notice, he got really angry from that. So after that, he gives you the final piece of candy you need. And then I'm going back to Ul'dah just because it's where I started. And now I need to feed all 3 pieces of these candy to the magic pot here on the left. So you actually feed him earth, wind, and fire candy, and there is a reference. There is a reference. If you're expecting it, earth, wind, and fire. So first, got to feed him the earth candy. I don't know why we couldn't have just handed him all 3 pieces of candy at once, considering you can't even come to this part if you don't have all 3 pieces of candy, but I guess just for lol's sake, you know, we feed him them one at a time. And then we'll complete this next quest in All Saints Wake. So he does a quick little song for you. I'm going to skip past it so you can read it yourself, so you actually have a reason to read it yourself. Seasonal event complete. Now, as long as it's still between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m., you should be able to come over and accept this quest. I burn for you. You have to be at least level 15 to accept this quest, so if you're not, I apologize, but that's just how it is. I don't make the quests. I'm just telling you how to do them. So he's going to give you, you know, more of this text that I'm not reading because, well, I read it, but I didn't read it on this character. So I want you guys to enjoy reading it. Basically, he tells you to put on your costume and go talk to this guy. So after you come over here, you talk to the shifty thespian. He's going to bring you through some text that, again, I don't know why I took so long. Not anybody's going to have enough time to read that text. What's wrong with you, Mrhappy? But anyway, now he's going to go tell you to light 5 lanterns around the town. So I didn't know where the first one was. So it's actually over here in the corner if you're doing it in Ul'dah. That's one out of the way. We're just going to speed through this process. In fact, I'm going to put Swift Song on because, you know, sprinting, totally just don't want to do it. And for some reason, I thought it would be clever to show how you run in this ghost costume. If you want to rewind that and watch it over and over again, maybe make a GIF about it, that would probably be pretty funny. So we're going to use these bomb spirits on these 5 warding lanterns. I'm going to do that one, and I actually have no idea where the other 3 are. I'm just going to teleport over to the Weavers Guild. The next one's right here. So, yeah, not really much going on here. This is really what the entire event entails. I don't know why that was such a tongue twister. I've been having trouble with those lately. And I was kind of disappointed a little bit that it only took me about 15-20 minutes to finish the entire event. I kind of wish Square Enix would make these events drag out, not just something you can do like one time and then that's it, it's over, but give you something to strive for the entire time. Just stuff that, you know, make repeatable battles and things like that. Not just the fates, I mean like actual repeatable battles that are a little bit difficult. More open world events like the Fates would be nice, but more than just one of them, and also make it so that maybe it's a combination of the things. Maybe you have these quests. So actually I finished all those quests, so now I'm back here. Again, if it's still between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m., you can come and accept the final quest. The final quest is really no different from the quest before it. It's just a bunch of fetching. You first talk to the guy in the costume, and then you go around and you talk to a bunch of NPCs. Now basically, all that's going to happen here is you're going to go place this pumpkin and light it in the location that they give you. And then you're going to go and you're going to go talk to a bunch of NPCs is all that's really going to happen. So you put the lantern down first and then you light it. At this point, the quest, you really don't need a guide for it. Really just finding the first couple of steps of the quest and talking about it was a little bit of fun. But now it's mostly just fetching. NPCs are blaming each other like, oh, this NPC told me that's why they're here and this NPC told me that. And then at the end, you just get a sweet little reveal. It's nice. I'm going to show the cutscene at the end. Spoilers in case you, you know, we're going to be spoiled by this apparently. But yeah, I think Square Enix could do a better job with these. Put a little bit more effort. And I spoke about this on Game Breaker not too long ago. And Mr. Byrne had a very good point. Just make them more interactive. I mean, it could be just because they just released the game and there just happen to be 2 events they could do back to back. There's probably going to be a 3rd event since there's going to be Christmas very soon. But they need to put a little bit more development into these things. Make them something that people actually like, oh, yes, it's here. And make there so that there's new items every year, items that the legacy players themselves, you know, haven't obtained before, such as these ghost costumes I thought were a really, really good idea. So this is the final cutscene right here, and then you're done. You get the achievement, and you get a new costume. It's actually the costume that I showed off at the beginning of the video. And while the text is going here, I feel like they need to make not only some fates that are not just a bunch of bombs, maybe some big bosses, maybe some multi-part fates, such as the lightning fate. If the lightning fate can be multi-part, why can't these All Saints Wake and these other events, these seasonal events, have those sort of impacts on the game? I just think it would keep people doing these fates a lot longer and keep people involved in these events a lot longer. It would definitely give people a lot of things to do, and I understand there's a lot of development going into patch 2.1. But I would have just liked to see, I'd just like to see more work in the future on these events. And I have a feeling that it is mostly because the game just came out and there's just happened to be a lot of holiday events that they could utilize. And it was a good idea to show people, hey, yeah, we're interested in seasonal events. We're not going to ignore those. but not enough to really please everybody past the fact that I get a ghost costume that I can wear around Mordona when I'm AFKing. So I'm not really going over the story here because you can read it if you are paying attention, but I don't want to spoil too much for you guys. I'll probably have to put a spoiler thing in the title of the thing above. So yeah, let me know what you think about All Saints Wake. Again, I wasn't that thrilled about it. I mean, I was happy that I got to get another achievement because I'm an achievement whore, said through and through. But I'd like to see a little bit more. So let me know what you thought of All Saints Wake, what you think of the environment, of all the different costumes you can get. You can get these 2 costumes that I've shown you already. Plus you can get a bunch of pumpkin heads. Nothing too special about those, but you might want to just AFK in them a little bit. So let me know what you guys think. Also, be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share for more Final Fantasy XIV information. Also, some more seasonal events, apparently. So when those come out, a little bit more along the lines, I'll still be doing guides for those as they come out. And there we go. Oh my gourd is the achievement that you get from this event. It won't take you that long to get. It's 10 achievement points, so why not? You might as well just do it, right? Also, be sure to, follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Again, let me know what you thought of the event. Let me know what ideas you have for the future event. And if you just ever want to shoot me a question, just feel free. You can reach out to me on those platforms. No problem. Very easy to reach. Try not to reach out to me on YouTube. I have a really hard time getting back to them because I can't see when I have new messages. So it's really difficult for me to get back to. Facebook and Twitter are really the best ways. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitch. I do a live stream at least twice a week, Sundays and Wednesdays from 12 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern. I do those at those guaranteed times, but I do tend to stream on Fridays as well. Also, remember, Live Letter 9 is tomorrow. I will post the link on my Facebook and Twitter to the live translations, so be sure to be following me there. That way you can keep up to date. You can find out all the news about 2.1 that we're going to be getting tomorrow on October 19th. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, take care.